Hey guys, Tyrup here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Santuario. Thankfully spawning on the left we got Vulpa with US forces immediately locked into special operations. Teaming out with him is Ghost, also with USF who has heavy weapons, special operations and airborne. On the right hand side we got CAuMOH with Wehrmacht gone for Luftwaffe and Tushkan also with Wehrmacht gone for last stand. Both of these are arranged teams. Vulpa is 10. Oh. Ghost is 23. CAuMOH is 10. And Tushkan is 41. But we all know Tushkan could easily get a much higher rank than that.
Your Fallschirm pioneers are ready.
Okay, so starting out with a Weasel into Weapon Support Center Vulpa.
Grenadiers assembled.
No early rifleman. Weasel's actually like swap sides coming out onto this side. And some capping going down the edge. Meanwhile, got some Fallschirm pyros for CAuMOH. Got some Stern pyros for Tushkan. I do think Stern pyros are still pretty good. And after the nerfs, so let's see how they go in this game. Okay, Fallschirm pyros stalling out. Some quick pop in and out, making sure that the rifleman can't enter, but Ghost is upgrading grenades and will have breach. So this isn't going to last for much longer. Do you have a grenadier nearby for merging as well? Wow, that's a really early cache from Vulpa. Okay, breach takes control of the building. CAuMOH, oh, doesn't quite get the cap off. Oh, but Ghost runs right past the circle, does allow the unit to get connected. Scout on the retreat path a little bit. Weasel out on the edge, got the machine gun upgraded now and getting to work. Stern pyros briefly did come across here and then they swapped sides, now they're coming back in. He is backtracking a bit here, looking for a cover position. Looking like a pretty strong start from the Allies, honestly.
Headquarters has an officer stationed.
Grenadier's doing surprisingly well against the Rifleman, though. And that's a bit of a nasty retreat. Stern pyros really good at the run and gun. So they're going to give up the hopes of wiping the Scout, though it is still pretty healthy, that final model. So there are only 2 windows this way, so not ideal for the Rifleman. Better for the Stern pyros for sure. But after going for 2 Stern pyros, switching over to a Grenadier, maybe he wanted to open up some merge opportunities.
We have territory cut off from supply.
Scout held on in the building for as long as possible, but now we're getting dislodged. But this fuel cache has been working away in the background for a long time. Okay, grenade launcher online now for CAuMOH. Flushes the rifleman out quickly. Don't think it even got a chance to launch a grenade. He reacted that fast. But yeah, map looking kind of small for the Axis, but they are returning to the field now with quite a few units. The grenade lob in mode there, Tushkan.
Outside, Kinder! Outside!
Okay, half track being constructed by Ghost. So it's like a side tick after going for Rifleman to start. Went for Weapon Support Center. Gonna get some heavy weapons half tracks going. Did see CAuMOH go for officers' quarters from tier 1 as well. So He's got vet on everything. Okay, tricky grenade. Kind of threw it onto the exit door. Got a pretty decent hit. Didn't drop any models though, which I'm sure is irritating. Stirmpire, not as low as it appears because it has recently upgraded the rifle. So it's got the 4th model now. And this is a powerful combo at this timing. Captain with the LMG and the assault half-track. It's one of the combos I like to use as well. Did have the option of popping the phosphorus rounds on the machine gun. Maybe could have got some solid damage done here. Bit of breach, re-breach kind of action happening. 251 coming in, but the problem with this is it's got 1 penetration at all ranges, I'm pretty sure. So it is just awful at fighting against other light vehicles. Anything bigger than a dingo, you can forget about it. Phosphorus rounds did eventually get activated, and they're doing some major damage here through the middle of the map. Meanwhile, out on the edge capping, gaining some ground is CAuMOH. And so far, no upgrades, just going to use this for reinforcement.
Infantry are ready to be paradropped.
Quite a lot of manpower stored up. I think maybe CAuMOH plans to go for like 2 Fallschirmjäger, something like that. They've been really popular in 2v2s last, like, this patch and the previous one. Tricks from the grenade.
Have empty pockets. Fuck! Enemy infantry!
Fallschirmjäger deployed.
What happened? I heard it. Oh, it's like it's doing the moonshots. I was like, I swear I heard a grenade launch. Didn't see the impact from it. It seems to happen. Maybe it's like above this end of the truck. Seems to be a bit higher than the other areas, right? It was the exact same thing in that clip I posted in my feedback video the other day. Well, the other week. Fallschirmjäger here waiting with the camouflage bonus. So it's like, okay, well, can't do much about that. Tries to get behind heavy cover. Doesn't look like there's an elevation bonus difference here, though. Looks like there could be, but can't see that on the UI at least. This repaired up finally. Fallschirmjäger, of course, do have the Panzerfaust, so... Okay, and then CAuMOH getting out of there before this arrives. Bit of a weird timing. I don't know why I decided to get out then. But yeah, this is good. This is good because, as I said, like against Wehrmacht, especially 221, like this handles the 221 pretty well before Panzerbuchse gets upgraded, beats the 251, and just generally is like pretty good at chase downs on retreating units. Pretty durable. Definitely a strong combo. Of course, it comes online a little bit later now that you actually have to upgrade Captain's LMG though. So it was Mechanized Support Center for Vulpa, Infantry Support Center for Ghost. It's probably like a good split. Definitely want that Mechanized Support Center AoE repairs in these 2v2s. Lycan eventually overrunning here. Decides to retreat though. That squad's pretty low. Even though he could reinforce the 2 models kind of slowly off this. Might as well just get back to base and get some healing done. Looks like Vulpa was the one who actually built the mid tent though. That's interesting. Okay, and here come the SSFs now for Vulpa. A little bit later than I was expecting. You can see he's got 2 command points spare after this and another 600 manpower. Thought he might be fielding his second SSF by now.
Enemy forces have captured
Gets
a victory
suppression
point.
off, and that kind of stops the machine gun from firing quickly. Allows the Grenadier to get up there for the grenade, but those Axis stick grenades, they're definitely on the weaker side. Just one portion of the damage cap being soaked up by the weapon as well makes it look even weaker. Does go for the Stummel now, which is interesting. Do you think that's like always been part of the plan, or just he prioritizes the weapon upgrades on the Sternpires first? It's interesting. 50 cal online now for Ghost. Bars online and double bars on most of the riflemen at this stage as well. Does feel like the Allies have had slightly better map control to this point. Maybe expect Vulpa to be the first one to hit a medium tank. Based off that. Maybe not actually, because yeah, probably will be. Well, that's a really late dodge with the Fallschirmjäger. They end up getting wiped. Justice rounds though, forcing back the assault half track. Be an easy win for the barred up rifleman against these Grenadiers. Got the Fallschirmjäger there, CAuMOH doesn't have the firepower to keep up. And there is the second SSF for Vulpa. I'm so really surprised he went for that. Got them quite late. Meanwhile, Stummel finds the cash back here. Not sure how they knew about that. Was there like a recon pass that saw it from CAuMOH maybe? I don't know. Either way, chipping away, and looks like the fuel cache is going to go down, but I think they built that about like 2 or 3 minutes into the match, and it's only going down now, so 9 minutes of fuel income. It's respectable. Speaking of caches though, got a couple coming up for the Axis as well. Got one on the manpower point, that was the first. Fuel after that. Final grenades, they can do big damage. 160. I'll force this back for repairs. So the engineer's quite far away as well. Oh, 3 Fallschirmjäger. I didn't notice the third one for CAuMOH. But it does seem like there's a lot of cover around on this map for them to camouflage on. It's got to be pretty good for them. Definitely, I feel like they're better in team game modes than in 1v1s. Because in 1v1s, it feels like you constantly have to run around with them. Don't have as many opportunities to like sit and cover and wait for the enemy to come at you. Just about crossing the gap there. Got revealed for a moment. Yeah, 3 SSS for Vulpa. Okay, I wasn't expecting 3.
Territory lost.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Got the tank depot down now and can build a tank.
Commander, we have command points that still require assignment.
A bit of a chase down. Activates the phosphorus rounds. Just drives right on past. Oh, spotting long range maybe.
We are losing the lead.
Trying to avoid getting Fausted here. Oh, Grenadier Faust came off. Fallschirmjäger Faust gonna be the end of it. This Faust is so long range, man. You gotta respect them. Honestly, a little bit of a late retreat from the captain as well. But again, Vulpa missing timings. Missed the first commando timing, now missing the tank timing. By like a couple minutes even. This is kind of throwing away your leads when you do something like this. I can understand, like, you know, if the fighting is really intense. Got like about a minute and a half tied up, just like, you know, fight to the death. But it doesn't feel like it's been that hectic over here.
Stuka aircraft ready to loiter the target area.
Just have super bazookas, okay. Does make a pretty big difference when you're fighting up against the Stummel. Allows your SSFs to like two-tap it.
The adversary is trying to take one of our points.
Probably get a volley off there. I suppose with the ambush bonus you might be able to two-tap it anyway. That'd be enough, I think.
Enemy forces have claimed our territory.
No, I wouldn't quite, right? Nice strafe there, right as they enter the danger zone. Running in there, cap with the AT gun. Feels safe. They're rebuilding it now. The fuel cache out on edge. It's going to be a Brumbier first for Tushkan. Fair enough. After the range buff, it has been a real menace this patch. Extremely good. Expect we'll be seeing a huge amount of it going forwards if it stays at this power level. Scout getting involved here, looking for the decrew on the machine gun. Oh, and there it goes. Decrew's coming in. I think he's going to be able to get away with it though. Oh. Yep. It's around the corner. It's a big pickup for Vulpa. That being said, just more cannon fodder
We have 300
for the
points
Brumbier.
remaining.
Another 50 cal now. Ghost. Does Ghost have any tech? Okay, it does have advanced logistics. I was thinking he probably should have a tank by now. He doesn't have any tech, but advanced logistics does cost a good chunk of change. Here come SSFs looking to knock out the Stummel. Ooh, didn't quite fire with both of them, and now they're low in health, that Brumbier. Yeah, very quick retreat. Look at that, man, the extra range. Especially because I think the Brumbier, from what I remember on its scatter pattern, it likes to scatter long, so if it manages to shoot at that 35 range, odds are it's probably going to travel another like 3 or 4 range due to its scatter. Well, that's a nice trick. Flanking maneuver activated on the retreating unit, trying to help it escape, and it works. Great play from Ghost. Okay, Vulpa. The choice is going to be 2 whizbangs. I'm really surprised he doesn't go for something like a tank to more directly handle the Brumbier, because SSFs, man, like, you just can't rely on bazookas against the Brumbier. It's got too much armor, does too much damage to infantry. Machine gun decruit. Loiter's coming through though. Some creative attacking over there. Do have a flak emplacement built for CAuMOH for anti-air, by the way. Oh, there goes the captain. Splat. Got a Sherman out from Ghost as well. Oh, it's Brumbier for CAuMOH too. Bang, striking hard. Honestly, yeah, I'd probably like let the rockets fly here after the decrew and just let the weapon die, because you don't really need 3 machine guns if you're Vulpa.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
Coming up against the Brumbier especially.
Anti-tank gun and crew are
Sherman looking to cut an angle here, like on the frontal armor. Not enough pin to handle the Bomber. A little bit lucky there, Ghost with the insta-retreat. Tushkan trying to time the exit. Doesn't quite work out. Grenade out.
Victory point lost.
Couple whiz bangs in the middle.
Territory lost.
Whizbang doesn't have like target tail bonuses against tanks like some of the other rocket artillery, like the Walking Stuka. So against, you know, Panzer IVs it can do pretty well, but against like the heavy armor of the Brumby, it's not quite as good. Just mass anti-tank grenades is the choice at the moment for the US team. A nice little move here. SSF's getting out. I think those whizbangs are looking for the pack. Yeah, the mass anti-tank grenades does slow this down. CAuMOH going for Shatter their will. Maybe hoping he could suppress the squad before he got the snare off. And here comes a Hellcat now for Vulpa. Panzer IV next for Tushkan. Still got a little bit of manpower floating Tushkan as well. Double whiz-bangs. Hellcat from the side, SSS from the rear. And that Bomber is dead. Tushkan pushing his luck there. You know, you're at the stage of the game where you probably would expect another tank to be coming in shortly. For instance, your tank is coming in now, so the equation changes.
50 points remain for us.
Meanwhile, Hellcat going in out the back. Does he know about the cache back here? How do these guys know about each other's caches? Stummel could use a blinding shot here, allow the Panzer IV to get involved. Okay, we'll two-shot the Stummel though, so you got to be really careful. Thanks to its 160 damage instead of the usual 120, but kind of works as bait. Hellcat sticks around. Looks like what's it called? Panzerfaust authorization, or whatever it's called. Is online for Tushkan now, so it has Fausts on all these guys.
Commandant,
Looks like CAuMOH planning to put a repair bunker back here. Good idea. Double AT guns though. Oh, and then a Fallschirmjäger from the side. Engineer getting wiped really fast. And then the Loiter being brought in to polish this off. What a move. All thanks to that Fallschirmjäger camouflage.
One of our anti-tank guns has
And I
been
believe
silenced.
that ambush bonus can apply to their Faust as well, right? I'm sure it applies to all damage. Okay, this is some greedy stuff from CAuMOH.
An MG-42 has
Grenades
been
being
decrypted.
lobbed in.
Do not let it fall into enemy hands.
Okay, well, looks like it's going to work out. CAuMOH's going to hold on here. He had the numbers.
Research completed.
The 50 cal too far away. He's getting knocked out by the Panzer IV and it's looking for more. Double whizbangs coming in close quarters here. Oh, sees them though. Of course, there's long sight range. Hit 3 on the Fallschirmjäger. Loiter expires now. Wonder if the Allies are going to build AA. Looks like Ghost is stalling up for the Pershing at this stage after that Sherman loss.
Victory point point is under enemy control.
Oh! Recovered this. How did he know where it was, though? Maybe you guys were watching the minimap and saw what happened there. One of the whiz-bangs dies here? Oh my goodness. Panzerfaust on these guys as well. We have the Hellcat though waiting around the corner. It looks like it's going in for the kill on the Panzer IV. Panzer IV's got the Vet 1 rate of fire booster though. Hellcat getting in. Getting behind the sight blocker so neither AT gun can fire here. And then bringing in the anti-infantry Loiter. So can hopefully escape. Gotta make sure, yep. Maybe that squad could have stayed on its rear arm and Fausted, and might have even got the kill. It was a rear armor Faust, but doesn't find the opportunity. Meanwhile, SSFs get out the back, polish this off, but the AA, now that's vetted up, seems like it's doing a really good job in placement, taking down that Loiter super quickly. Oh, that's enough for an engine crit? Oh, that is terrible news for CAuMOH. Look at how easy the Pershing took care of that Brombeer. Slices through the frontal armor. It's not quite enough damage for an engine crit. For good reaction times, gets out of there. Looks like CAuMOH is kind of switching over to the Panzer IVs. Doesn't have the insta-vet on them yet though. Doesn't have a skirt either, so it doesn't have the extra health, which makes it very easy for the Pershing to knock out, can three-shot them. Really need the extra health when you're fighting against the Pershing. And the Hellcat is maybe coming in for a push. Okay, the Hellcat has been fully stolen and repaired. Cal decrewed, but getting back involved. Looks like the repair upgrade hasn't been done yet for Vulpa. He's upgrading it right now, but it's causing a bit of a slowdown. But with the extra support of the SSFs, Axis tanks aren't going to dive. Yeah, he's with a decent VP lead at this stage in the match. And still overall, you know, like 30 minutes in, quite a lot of VPs on both sides. Doesn't have any engineers to repair this with. Oh, okay. So why is it still operating on such low health? If Ghost switched the anti-tank grenade to this Panzer IV instead of one that was further away, I think it would have gone off. I think CAuMOH trying to hide around the corner, go for a cheeky camo Faust.
MG42 and crew ready.
Sound like the Whizbang started up a long-range barrage there and cancelled it early. This Pershing really does need to be repaired though. At that amount of health, it is risky. I do think maybe like a Faust could get engine damage on it. That's the problem. If it takes engine damage, as Force could probably swoop in and knock it out with the rate of fire booster. Just flapping away from longer range.
The enemy has claimed our territory for their own.
Does seem like Ghost, though, struggling to get the manpower together to go for an engineer to repair it up with. Panzerfaust rollout, that's what's called, right? Okay, Third Panzer IV for CAuMOH. I definitely think I would have gone for skirts, like, first off. I've just had so many bad experiences losing my Panzer IVs to the Pershing in 3 shots.
Schützenspaced armor will be applied to Panzers. Post haste. Panzer IV
CAuMOH
is
opting
field
for
ready.
it after. He is pretty much at his population limit now. He's as large as he can get.
The enemy has claimed
And
our sector.
because he's got the repair bunker, doesn't really have to worry about, you know, needing a lot of pios to upkeep his fleets, which I'm sure is going to help him a lot. Meanwhile, we've got a bit of a strike force assembling for the Allies.
Supplied.
Seems like
Good
both
hunting.
teams kind of converging on the middle of the map. Allies have been draining out for a wee while here.
Our adversary is down to 250 points now.
Sprinting ahead. Pershing misses its shot. Your squad might be a 3 Panzer IVs lighting up that rifleman. Does get the decrew on the AT. Looks like his own AT gun pushing up, trying to kill this off. Rifleman stalling in the building for a little while, trying to maintain sight. Decrews the AT gun again, but now it's a little bit further away. Oh my god, the Pershing just does so much damage per hit. AT gun down, but the riflemen do get wiped for that. I don't know if it's worth losing a Vet 3, I think it was, rifleman, just to kill an AT gun. Speaking of AT guns, 2 here waiting in camouflage. Open up on the whiz-bang, and Vulpa's not immediately reacting. Almost got lucky there. Whiz-bang bounced one shell, but not quite. The camouflage boost paying off for tushkan. The worth of barrage from tushkan coming in. Oh my goodness! Okay. Vulpa made the choice to stay in there, kills the Panzer IV, might lose his AT gun in the process, but might be happy with that trade. SSFs die as well, but it was painful for Vulpa. Look at the army now in tatters. We're engaging now with the tanks, though. With the AoE repair, they got healthy real fast. Playing really conservatively here. Like, you wouldn't expect the AT guns to be this far up, and if they were, you would probably expect to be able to like circle off in this direction safely. Instead tries to come through the middle. That's exactly where the AT guns would be located. Bad choice from Vulpa here. Oh boy. Attack round opportunity though. Okay, they trade. Could have been worse. Black Dragon meanwhile knocks out the AT guns, and now the Pershing coming in to clean up. Bring in the Loiter as well. Force now rotating for the Pershing. There's an AT gun reasonably close. AT gun setting up as well. He's forward the bit 1, but it's going to wear off here. Oh! Oh! Still alive with the Pershing. Panzer IV is chasing. Crew shock. 3 Panzer IVs trying to knock out this Pershing, but it's fast. Oh, he loses every single Panzer IV. CAuMOH. Oh my goodness. The Pershing survives. Of course, Ghost had the sight advantage there. Pershing probably firing out of the fog of war allows it to shoot first. Take advantage of its full range next to the vision, whereas Panzer IV was just hoping to close the gap. I can't remember how fast the Pershing is compared to the Panzer IV after it got speed nerf. I think it still might be faster than it, right? Maybe it's like closer to even. Either way, I don't think the Panzer IV is going to be closing the gap.
Anti-tank gun and crew are ready for order.
Speed buff at bit 3. Okay, squad getting wiped. Bunch of AT guns and whatnot up for grabs. Overall, the army sizes are pretty close. You know, Vulpa took a hammering too. It's just that it's kind of like equally bad engagements, right? Vulpa choosing to come in this direction instead around this side. And all the AT guns lost everything. But then CAuMOH going for the chase, trying to get that final shot on the Pershing. Losing all 3 Panzer IVs. CAuMOH though had a little bit of float, so he's bouncing back. A bit faster. And I do have to kill the wrecks if they're on the enemy side of the map as well, if possible. Don't think we've seen Vulpa use any salvage yet, but I really hope he does so, because there are a bunch of wrecks back here, nice and safe.
Victory point lost.
Huge amount of resources on offer if he just gets to salvaging. Okay, yeah, he does have salvage crew unlocked. He went for that earlier. Interesting. So yeah, he's... That's gonna be so much resources, dude. The salvage is crazy, but tushkan has it as well. Rear arm hit from the front. The classic. Doesn't feel as bad on heavy tanks though, because they've got so much health. Though you do also feel robbed, because the chances are that land on the front, it will bounce. T-gun's backing away now for CAuMOH. BP situation has actually reversed. The eyes are behind. A little bit of light cover here slowing down the suppression. Pershing's coming across. Just about at full strength now. Pops the Vet 1, so he can't get suppressed. Oh boy, Allies converging with a bunch of tanks. Tushkan loses his Panzer. They're coming in from the side. AT gun supporting it. CAuMOH's dropping his Loiter. 50 cal down. The AT guns light up the Hellcat. It's dead really fast. Spinning now to handle the Allied tanks. Oh, is this going to take an attack pass? If it does, it'll probably die. Pershing's coming in. Decrease 1. Decrease 2 AT guns. Panzer IV's in some trouble. Pershing's turret, though, facing the wrong direction. Taking a long time to spin around. Just I don't think tushkan has the skirts, right? That's why he died just then. Yeah, on the Pershing trying to extract itself. The T-gun does get one shot off, but it's still alive somehow. Faust and unit trying to come in to intercept. Faust. Not going to happen. Engineer wipe. Trying to get the second one, does, but probably going to cost him a squad. Not worth it. First wipe, I think he could have got and retreated safely. Second wipe, too greedy. So we'll open these back up so you can see where everybody lands after all that carnage. Not much infantry on the Allied side. Could hurt their capping potential, but they've still got that Pershing. It looks like they've moved the repair station a bit further forwards. In a more convenient spot. Seems like this Sherman wants to knock out the AT guns, but being zoned by the Fausts. Pershing coming back in, by the way, even though it's extremely low. And the Axis are scrambling. I'll get chipping away. Wouldn't die to one Faust from that amount of health anyway, even with the Vet 2 damage bonus on the Faust. Just taking down AT gun after AT gun. It's a big problem for the Axis. We weren't able to recover these Oh, the big problem is the Pershing. The second big problem was that the AT guns got left behind. But they kind of needed to leave them in there because they were hoping to get that final shot off on the Pershing. Didn't happen. And it's all come crashing down. Vulpa did go for the 76mm up gun, now getting improvised armor. Putting down a fighting position somewhere. Where was that? Maybe back here, trying to guard the VPs.
Tank gun and crew are ready for orders.
Thought he might try to go for like an attack round predictive shot as they were retreating.
A machine gun has been destroyed.
More salvaging happening out the back for Vulpa. It was at 20 population, you can see just slingshotting back up. Thanks to all that salvage. I think I've seen at least 3 tanks get salvaged, and now the 4th one got interrupted by the Axis. Okay, smart use of the smoke there. Trying to nullify the AT guns. Some flares up as well, so tushkan not going to be able to use his camouflage trickery.
We have 100 points left.
76mm Shermans look like they're gearing up for an attack on this Panzer IV. Use of smoke again. Playing the attack ground game. Oh boy. Hellcat coming in from the side. No Faust to slow things down. But the Nibelwerfer barrage out the back, but the Allies rolling right on past it. Dornbeer dead, Pack dead, another Pack dead, and the Allies take the victory. Axis surrender. Oh boy, that was a close one. Kind of all came down to that. Pershing, twice. Hung on by the skin of its teeth. Just one more shot, one more even like Faust, one more bazooka shot. Not that that's possible for the Axis, but anything would have taken it down. Instead, it's the Axis, the ones that fall. And with all those wrecks left behind by CAuMOH, Vulpa recovering so easily. Kind of interesting to see, you know, tushkan getting that Hellcat, recovering that for a little bit. And some really good use of the anti-tank gun camouflage by tushkan in that fight. But yeah, he got punished for not having skirts on his tanks. That Pershing just came in and sliced him up in the late game there. Just makes such a big difference going from 3 shots to 4 shots against the Pershing. It's just like night and day. How much easier it is to keep your Panzer IVs alive with the skirts against it. But yeah, just showing the Pershing can still be good. Really, really strong performance from it in this match. And it seemed like the Allies had like a good kind of build in terms of keeping their power level a smooth climb throughout the course of the game. Their build order felt like they didn't have any major troughs or valleys. With their kind of distribution on roles and tech and unit choice. Felt like they didn't have a spot where they were both trying to stall up for something and losing a bunch of map control because of it. Very close, you know, some tricky plays from CAuMOH with the Fallschirmjäger camouflage. It's just in the end, the late game. Panzer IV struggled so much against the Pershing. Need some mines down, really, to handle it. And that's one thing maybe we didn't see too much of from the Allies. I don't recall seeing that much like forward sweeping, so I do think there was an opportunity A bit of mine planting. I kind of felt like CAuMOH trying to save up for his Loiter, tushkan trying to save up for the Nebelwerfer barrage. They were neglecting that aspect. GG though, excellent game. Well, we'll see what the Pershing did. It was 37 infantry kills, 6 vehicle kills. Anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like again, recast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.